Hey guys, Coach Hunter here with Dylan helping me out today. So guys, we want to continue our series on leg locks. So a lot of time, you know, we approach leg locking from like a sport jiu-jitsu context, which is kind of where I think it's really reached its full height and like its completion. But from an MMA standpoint, typically we want to attack leg locks from inferior positions because unlike some fighters, you should really never attack leg locks from a dominant position. When you're on top of somebody, you just hit them. It's way safer, it's way easier, way more likely to lead to a finish. My last fight notwithstanding. So remember, do as I say, not as I do. So guys, but it's really important you understand that from inferior positions, leg locking is almost always a win-win, okay? Because you're already in the bottom of a bad position, you might as well attempt to engage the legs and to create a scramble if nothing else. Okay, a lot of times people, when they're attacking their legs, will begin to scramble away, and that can lead you to escape the bad position, or find a finish, right? So, or even end up in dominant position. So it's a really, really nice kind of way to go. So we'll start with a simple approach. So Dylan's gonna take mount. This is one of the worst positions in MMA and fighting, and it's also bad in sport grappling too. So we should definitely have a good sense of escapes here. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bridge him down because I want access to his hips, and I can do all this when he's postured, but it's a little harder. So if you're new to this, make sure we bridge them down first. Okay, when I do that, turn 90 degrees. So I'm gonna bridge and knee him in the back. It's really just gonna be a push, okay? It's gonna bring him down. I'm really not a fan of grabbing here at all because he can just push my face away, right? And start punching me with the other hand or drop elbows. It's gonna be bad news. So that grab, it's exposing my arms. There's all sorts of bad things there. So never like bear hug somebody in that position. It's pointless and it actually makes you in a worse spot, okay? So when I bridge him down, my hands go to his hips. Now if he's hitting me, right, I'm exposing my face for a second, but it's so much better to escape the position and maybe get hit once or twice than it is to stay there and get hit forever until they stop the fight, okay? So really important to understand, you have to make that sacrifice. I already messed up to get to this spot, so you might as well pay the price and escape, okay? So I bridge and I extend my arms, locking him out at the same time. So I bridge and get my arms locked out. So now he's just kind of floating at the end of my arms. I'm not using strength to hold him. My knees are gonna find the space between his legs into a butterfly guard, and if he sits down, I'll extend my legs slightly, and either he moves back or I will move back, whichever, and we'll end up in a butterfly guard. Okay, right here. Now usually we'll end up with double underhooks, which is great for this position. Right here, yeah, it's good. And you want some kind of grip, S-grip, gable grip, it doesn't matter. Right now I have good control of his body, and I can look for things like sweeps. I can take him over and find my dominant position. Okay, excellent. Start again. Another reaction you get, I call scared cat, okay? So I bridge him down, I go to his hips, I bridge him up, and I go here, but he stays on his hands and his feet like a cat when it's scared, all like extended long, right? Okay, and we've already seen that we can use this position to come through to my X guard, my Ashi Garami, and start attacking his legs, okay? Right from here, which is good stuff. I'm all the way in favor of that, okay? And finally, I can skip the interstitial step of that butterfly guard and think about bridging him over my shoulder, right? Coming through to my leg directly, okay? Right here. And depending on the level we're talking about, we can start looking for our straight Achilles lock finishes or our heel hook finishes right here. You're digging the heel and getting our grips, okay? With respect to the heel hook, it's really important to understand that in this position, I cannot prevent him from rolling, okay? So when he starts to roll, that's gonna take tension off of his knee, okay, right here, right? And let's actually turn 90 degrees. So you can see my leg placement. My knees can force his knee down. At the same time, I'm pulling the heel this direction, okay? Which means that he can roll continuously, and my legs cannot stop him from rolling, okay? So when he initiates this roll, I'm going to keep my heel bite the whole time. As I go, keep going, I'm gonna switch my feet to the outside of his hip. So you can see here, my feet are down the outside. So if he wants to continue the roll, which he should to alleviate pressure, keep rolling, he's gonna be unable to do so. Now my feet can stomp down to the mat, prevent his roll, and I can also finish my heel hook because now I can provide counter pressure. My feet and knees are going this way, my grip on the heel is going that direction. So guys, super important to understand that when we're entering the legs, there's almost always gonna be a scramble. If someone doesn't scramble, it's because they don't understand the position, which is great. I mean, it's free real estate, okay? But if they do understand the position, they begin to roll, you have to have a plan for that. If you just roll with them, in a cage, maybe you'll end up hitting the cage and they'll stop. But it's still going to be very difficult to finish. We have to have a plan for how we counter the roll and actually find a viable finish, okay? And then, you know, especially with heel hooks, some people, as soon as you touch their heel, they're just going to tap right away, which is not a terrible idea if you want to preserve your knees. So guys, we'll be continuing to delve into the leg locking game as we go in the next few weeks. And as always, if you like this content, like our video, subscribe to our channel to see all of our videos, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats.